All right, this is hot.
I know. He burnt his tongue. Lord of mercy.
Hi, I'm Tami,
And I'm Tash
and welcome to our second episode.
of Sunday Tea.
Today we're going to be reflecting back on our challenge from the last time we spoke, and it's about feeling stuck. And we are applying the invisible chameleon into our challenge, so we're going to give you our little feedback.
Exactly. And part of the challenge was for you guys to read it as well and see how it worked for you, and amongst other things, to help you getting out of this mood or emotion of feeling stuck.
Yeah.
And I know for me, within this month, I tried my best to uphold what I learned from the book, and try to press through, because I had my challenges. Certain days I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel so overwhelmed. I'm doing this, I'm doing that, and I want to be in my emotions. But I had to press through. But there were a lot of things that I did within the month that, that would normally make me feel uncomfortable. Even though I'm a sociable person, but I find myself going more into certain environments or hanging out with certain people that I don't normally would hang out with. And that was in the book, like do something, engage with people that you don't normally hang out with. So, I was doing that more, which is not a problem for me, but I was doing that more, and within the month, and I was like, wow, okay, I'm shifting myself.
Yeah.
More than ever.
Yeah.
And what else? Like, it said something about like within the book, it was approaching someone and having a regular conversation with them, but you have to be the first person to do that, and that's something that I do at times. So it wasn't like a big shift, but I was approaching people that I don't normally would approach, or actually I approach different types of people. It depends on the vibe, but I think the individuals that I did approach, it was more so their character, like who they were on the inside. Like, if I feel like somebody may have like a certain type of, like, just by looking at them, or just like their vibes are just like a little off, I'm like, like you kind of like, keep them at bay a little bit. You can be cordial, but those people, I was more so like, like it wasn't like,
You're brushing it off.
off. So that was something I did apply within the month, and I felt good about that. But basically, I know it's a work in progress. Having like a whole different mindset and makeup, it takes some time, but I can see like I'm working towards it, and like I'm learning each day. So
yeah,
I can say that about myself.
I know. I also, like you were saying, just pushing through. I think, this book, it talks a lot about just remembering your end goal. Yeah. And always try to push through it, even though you're going to be running into different things that's going to make you feel like, I don't want to continue this. Yeah. I don't want to do this. I don't want that. But just always reminding yourself what your end goal is and what you're really looking forward to. Yeah. And I think that's what I've been learning too, because there's the times, you just feel like, whatever. I throw the papers up, like I throw my hands up, I'm out, but it's really, you have to remind yourself it's not going to be easy. The road that you choose, and shifting is all about change, basically. Yeah. So it's not going to feel comfortable. It's not going to feel right, but you have to just push yourself through and just, stay positive. And I think it's just, it's talk about fear, because when you're shifting and doing other things, or not doing other things, but shifting into something new, it's fear that could stop you. And fear is like the number one thing that, she mentioned in here that you have to really work through. You really have to push yourself through. It may feel uncomfortable. Just keep working through it and just keep looking at the end, like your goal, why you're doing it. Yeah. So
this whole journey that we're on is just an overall experience.
It is.
And we're helping each other out.
Yeah, to recognize and you know, challenge ourselves and put us out of our comfort zone and really like, you know, see where everything can go, you know? Like you still have that feeling like this is a good move, but sometimes it feel, you know, the enemy try to make you feel like no, don't do that.
And that's
but
funny.
You have to try to fight that enemy to push through, you know? And
when we mean enemy, we mean the devil. Okay? He's the devil.
Yeah, because I'm quick to just write down like what I want to do and where I want to be, but I'm not being very, very detailed of like, okay, this is why, you know, I want to do it, and this is what I want to see, this is who I want to meet, this is, you know, like
A, B, C, D,
exactly.
E, F, G.
I think I'm just at A. And I'm like, and I'm like, okay.
A and Z. Like I want A, and then forget what's in the middle.
Exactly.
Like, you know, Z is the end goal.
Exactly.
But what happens in between that, you know, you should definitely like, you know, pay attention to and work on.
Yeah, because I think it makes you see the picture. It makes you work more on like, okay.
Also, so I won't forget to mention my friend Leafy. She read the book as well within a month. Invisible Chameleon. And I got some of her insight and feedback about the book as well. So you guys can take a look at the clip. Leaf, how did you feel about The Invisible Chameleon?
I like this book very much. It's really interesting. Every chapter it starts with a fact or story about chameleon and followed with very inspirational ideas, and it really helped me a lot.
Did you apply anything that you learned from the book to your everyday life?
Yes, for sure. As a fact, we know that chameleon can change its color in 20 seconds. And it says it's as simple as a mind shift. So I did it. Actually, I was born in China and I'm from China. I lived in China for 25 years. I just came to New York City for 5 months. So it's really a big shift for me too. Meeting with new people in a totally new environment, it's scary for me. But now I take it as an adventure instead of a scary. It's just a mind shift, but it really helps. And I would recommend it to my friends too, because that's a very interesting chapter called Go Out of Your Comfort Zone, which is make yourself uncomfortable. It sounds a little bit weird, but it really makes sense, because sometimes we are like living in our own world, because you can take off all the masks you wear to cover up your insecurities. Living in your own world make you feel comfortable, but it holds you back. So I would recommend to my friends like who living their comfort zone really where I want to put them out of their comfort zone and try to explore the world and just improve themselves. Yeah. That's why I mentioned get out of your comfort zone means you can get more opportunities and you can communicate with new people. So like you share with me your book and you think that's inspired you a lot. That's also inspired me. So I think it's a good opportunity to share it.
Oh, thank you so much, Lee.
Thank you.
I appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm so glad that, you know, Leaf was impacted by that book. It was, you know, it was something that I knew that she needed, you know, within whatever move that she made, moving from China, coming to New York, new space, new everything. I knew she needed that to help her and to help her to maneuver throughout all these situations that she's currently going through right now. So
I feel like everybody can relate to this book because everybody's going through different, you know, journeys in their life.
Yeah.
And shifting is one of the big things that people are, you know, dealing with when it have it be a career change, a move, or whatever it could be. I think this book can hit, you know,
those points.
Yeah.
And then just moving forward, did you try like any other tactics?
What do you mean?
Yeah,
like
within the month of like anything like strategically like to get out of that feeling.
Yeah, I mean, for me, like I said, I was feeling very like lost in a way of like my career wise. I think taking a slow break, or really trying to figure out and really focus on what makes me happy and what I want to do, and not look at it like, oh, I'm trying to satisfy somebody else, and really try to satisfy myself. I've been able to, put myself out there a little bit. I mean, in a good way, not in a crazy way. But I like, going to the movies. Actually, it's gonna sound bad, but pedicures.
Pedicures?
I mean, like, I know that's, girl, you need to get your pedicure. Like, listen, sometimes you're just like, I don't know.
You just want to relax.
Yeah. But I've been, really taking time for myself and just doing things that I always say I wanted to do and actually doing it, So I know those are some of the steps I've seen lately that I've been taking. Like, whatever goals I write down, like I said, I like writing goals down. Whatever goals I'm writing down, I see, like, when I look over them, like, I just looked over them before we started taping, and I'm like, oh, okay, I'm starting to do this. Okay, I'm starting to do that. And then I'm like, okay, I need to work on this more. Yeah. So those were my goals for 2017. I know I'm going to go back and adjust them because, 2018 is nearby, and I'm going to push myself even more. Now I'm going to be more detailed and be like, okay, you know what, I'm getting here, but I want to make sure I get it here by XYZ. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think that's where I've been,
That's good. I think for me, other tactics that I did, well, continuously just watching sermons online, going to church, Bible study, praying. But I need to pray more within the month. Like, I feel like with the relationship that I have with God, it can definitely be more in depth than it was within a month, and I'm just gonna be brutally honest and transparent. It's just because, like, certain days I did have that I was just like, within a month I was just like, okay, I'm not in the mood, you know. And sometimes when you're not in the mood for things, you kind of neglect other things that usually would help you to get out that mood. So like, I think going forward, like, after this, I have to challenge myself to always make sure that I'm always putting him first, because that's my issue sometimes. Like, if I feel some type of way, and like if something is going on at the same time, like too much things, and you're supposed to press through. But even though there were other days I did press through, like I stated earlier, and I was focused, but there's some days like I wasn't. And when I got overwhelmed with so much at once, I found myself not doing the things that would let me get out of that mood. Like, I would just get into my feelings for too long of a time.
It's like, give yourself a period to feeling your feelings and then get over it.
And it's just like, you can't always have that as like a coping mechanism. Like, you should always, we have our days, we're human, but we should always know how to, like, be resilient. Be resilient even more. So I think I'm going to challenge myself to be even more resilient.
We also reached out to the author of the book.
With that being said, come on, girl.
With that being said, we reached out to the author of the book, Michelle Smith, on Skype. Why don't you guys take a look?
Hey everyone, we are with the beautiful Michelle A. Smith, also known as the Shift Starter, and author of the book Invisible Chameleon.
Michelle, I would like you to introduce yourself to our viewers and also give us a little background about yourself.
Sure. Good morning, viewers.
Good morning.
My name is Michelle Smith, and I also go by the Shift Starter. And a little bit of